Hello and welcome to the show. I am your host, Terry Ann Russell, and today we are discussing the path of the wounded healer. The path of the wounded healer. The wounded path calls you. Do you hear it? Through the wind, through your heart, and through your soul. An inner whisper calling you. Embrace your path with courage, for you have chosen this long ago. The path of the wounded healer is an inner journey as well as an outer journey. This inner work involves you looking deeply at your suffering. It's a journey of liberation that involves not only the mind, but the body and the soul. According to Carl Jung, he suggests that individuals who have experienced suffering develop profound empathy and healing powers. And they do this through the struggles that they experience. Jung believed, as I do, that suffering, while painful, can offer opportunities for growth. If you are drawn to listen to this today, you may be a wounded healer. To know if you're a wounded healer, you may listen and resonate with some of these traits. Do you have deep empathy and sensitivity? Do you have a personal history of trauma, loss, or suffering? Do you have a calling to help others through similar struggles? Do you neglect yourself while helping others, especially if you are a parentified child? A parentified child takes on the role of their parent, often caring for their emotional and physical needs above the needs of themselves. After many years of taking college psychology and going through therapy myself, I learned this term, the parentified child. It became clear to me that that's the way I was for many years. Many years I put the needs of my parents before my own, even if it was to my own detriment. And it's something that I'm currently reevaluating as we enter this beautiful phase of Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde. Often our wounds become the gateway for transformation. They force us to confront difficult experiences so that we may emerge stronger. The path of the wounded healer is not for the weak. You've experienced this pain and suffering. And when you're ready to step into what that actually means for you, there becomes a huge shift in your perspective and consciousness, allowing you to step fully into the healing that is available. While I help others today through my healing, my voice, and my books, helping myself never became natural to me. As a child, I put others' needs before mine. And then as I got older and entered relationships, I found that those relationships left me wounded and alone. My first two marriages left me with young children and navigating being a single mom, while the betrayal that was inflicted upon me caused a deep wound, and it would take many years of introspection and deep internal work to heal those wounds. It became clear to me that this was the path of the wounded healer that I would be using in my work in helping others. So if you feel like you are a wounded healer, here are some things that you can identify that may resonate with you. Do you repeat emotional patterns from relationship to relationship? Are you drawn to any one of the healing arts, helping others? Do you have a deep emotional response when helping others? Do you struggle with boundaries? Do you put the needs of others and healing others before yourself? For example, your children's needs, your spouse's needs, your parents' needs, your siblings' needs, your clients' needs, your friends' needs. If this sounds like you may be a wounded healer. Take a deep breath for me and realize that you are not alone. Healing is necessary. And if you're looking to help others in any way, it will be necessary for you to confront those wounds that you have. In this work that I've done and the books that I've written, I've always felt almost like a guinea pig. Like I was being used as an example so that I could experience what I needed to experience so that I could step into the role of healer for others. It would become necessary for me to look at those past patterns, beliefs, thoughts, those things that kept me bound and tied to the old belief systems of suffering and betrayal. In order to raise my consciousness and my frequency, I would be required to step into this role. But only if I could step into the role of healing myself. And healing myself doesn't mean me necessarily healing myself, but seeking out people that could help me, as well as doing self-healing. If you feel like you're a wounded healer, first acknowledge and accept yourself. These wounds are part of your path. They're not something to hide. They're not something to be ashamed of. They are part of you. And while they are painful, they serve an absolute purpose in your journey. Inner child work. Inner child work addresses past wounds from childhood with love and compassion for yourself. This work also takes time, and it takes giving yourself grace. It's important to practice balance. Practice balance every day in how you set your boundaries, who you choose to be around. It's also important to make sure that you clear, ground, and shield yourself every day. There's a tremendous amount of negative, heavy energies, and those energies for an empathic healer can become heavy and daunting. It's my personal belief that everybody should take a Reiki 1 class and learn the power of self-healing. Even though self-healing is beautiful and enlightening, healing does not happen alone, and you will need support. I invite you to try these journal prompts today and see what comes up for you. I want you to embrace your path with courage. What personal wounds have shaped your path is the first journal prompt. Number 2, in what ways do I give more than I receive? And number 3, how do I feel after helping others, drained or fulfilled? Is there somebody in your life right now that's draining you? Take some time to look at who that is and why you give that person so much of yourself. If you're interested in deeper healing, I ask that you book a soul passage session with me and learn from your soul's wisdom exactly why you chose a path such as this. And remember, honoring your wounds as a source of wisdom to learn, grow, and evolve will put you on a new trajectory of life. I thank you for joining me today, and I ask that you subscribe and share my channel.